We live, Sports Talk Texas. We in here. Hopefully everybody's having a good evening, a good day, all that good stuff. Yep, it's me, Dre B, representing for Texas, North Side. I got Miss Val, the kickers expert right here. I got the Dallas Cowboy fan JB from the North Side. We got a new dude, Zaylen, up in here, right? Representing for the high school cat. What's up, Red? How you doing over there, man? Hold on, I can't hear you. Hold on, we gotta get you right, man. Where you at, Tony? Yeah, yo, talk to me.
What up? What up? What up?
Red, you on mute, man. You gotta fix your mute, man. All right, we said we'll get your salutations in a minute when you get together. All right, so we got a good show for everybody today, man. Starting off, what we starting off with, moderator Tony Ayo.
So it looks like we got the high school highlights coming up. So we got our guest, high school football player in the house, youngster.
Yes, sir.
Go ahead and have him introduce himself. Look at the camera against on the door. Say what's up.
Say what's up to the people, man. Yeah. So tell us, Zayden, what position you play, what school you go to, all that good stuff.
I go to Panther Creek High School. I play left guard and I play nose guard on defense.
That's what's up.
Yeah. I went and watched them. What was that? About 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They played. Who was that? Pinkston.
Yeah.
Yeah. They mopped them up.
Not their breaks off.
Yeah. They had a lot of black folks out there mad. They ain't no black folks out here too. You know?
They putting in work, man. Got the scars on the arm, man. They got there putting in work.
You putting in work. That's what's up.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Red, you with us yet?
Can you hear me?
There you go.
Yes, sir. We can hear you loud and clear.
Okay, yeah. I think my microphone must be broken or something like that, man.
Well, it's fixed now, man.
I'm glad to be on, bro.
So, fellas, start it off, man. Hey, look, y'all know what it is. It's barbershop talk. We ain't finna get all quiet and silent up here. We know what we do. Where we want to go first, y'all?
All right, so now first let's go over the high school highlights. So we're looking at standout Byron Nelson versus South Lake Carroll. So what do you guys think about that matchup? You know what, Byron Nelson, man, they're still they're 7-0. They still mopping the floor with everybody.
Is that tomorrow?
Yeah, South Lake.
Hey, South Lake Carroll's always been a powerhouse, man. They've been doing this for a long time, man. I remember them and Katie and all them other schools back in the day. They've been doing this for a long time. They breed football players out there, and so they're gonna always do what they do. It's gonna be kind of hard to knock them off. Once playoff time gets down, though, that's when it gets serious in high school football.
Well, tomorrow's gonna be a good game there because it's set.
What's up, DeMarco? You said DeMarco here. What'd you say, brother?
No.
Hey, you said South Lake Carroll, they breed football players, right? You know they also recruit them.
Oh yeah. South Lake Carroll. I'm just saying, like them and Allen are one of those schools that's their primary thing of the school is the football players. They put a lot of assets and resources into the stadiums, their practice fields, that's what they breed them football players. People already know from middle school about going to either Allen or South Lake Carroll. They be recruiting players in 7th and 8th grade to go to them schools.
So, but look, and you got to think.
Remember South Lake Carroll always been up there.
Right. Let's say, so I was thinking about. I think South Lake Carroll had went to Florida. It was probably about maybe 7 years ago, and because they've been having Florida versus Texas like competition or whatever. And even though I'm not like a South Lake Carroll guy, I still think that I was glad that they went to Florida and won. You feel me? Because they got to hold down for Texas, but they didn't even feel like Texas was behind them because when they're here, we always root against them. So they had like a 60-game winning streak at one point. All that good, and it was just bullies on the block. But
hey, when you great, people don't hate.
Yeah. But I'm still pulling for Byron Nelson against them tomorrow. I've been talking about it all month. And I'm pulling for them. Like I said, they beat Byron Nelson like by 60 points last year. So,
it's gonna be a good game.
I think it'll be a good game for real though.
Oh, that's gonna be the matchup because I mean, if they're both high and ranked, I mean, and they're in close enough proximity. So speaking on what Red was talking about, they're both in that same general area. So I mean, I think some of those kids went over to Byron Nelson, if you ask me. But I mean, Byron
They
Nelson,
definitely know each other. I'm telling you,
they
they
definitely,
still recruiting like college do, man. They be hitting them middle schools up like how the college players be. I mean, how college coaches be hitting the high schools up. They be recruiting them players, man, and them kids definitely know each other. They definitely play. It's definitely like a little rivalry, so it's gonna be definitely a good game, man.
most definitely. So what's y'all take on Frisco Independence and Panther Creek?
What's up with Frisco Independence first? I want to know, are they still undefeated?
Is Frisco undefeated?
Frisco Independence, they was undefeated last year. I mean, last week when I checked my excuse me.
Not to check the stats. Let's see. What about the youngster? You know that?
You know anything about Frisco Independence?
Yeah.
No, I don't know about Frisco.
Not
They lost last week.
they've been lost.
Frisco Independence or Frisco Memorial? One of them is undefeated. You got to speak up.
I don't think they're undefeated.
No? Okay.
We played them week 1.
You played on week 1?
Yeah.
Y'all beat them?
Our JV beat them, so we beat them, but our varsity got them out.
Okay.
So yeah, we all talking about JV versus varsity. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. JV is actually doing better than Panther Creek. JV is actually doing better than varsity.
I mean, varsity plays on a varsity level. We play on the JV.
Nah, bro. They just smacked Memorial 36-16. They
So-
still undefeated.
Yeah, Frisco Independence is undefeated. They actually playing. They're playing Argyle.
The varsity team.
Yeah,
varsity.
Yeah.
Varsity
Yeah.
on
Yes,
this one.
varsity. Yeah.
It's a little young.
Argyle.
Argyle, yeah.
Argyle is 7-0. So they both 7-0 teams are playing each other tomorrow night, 7:00.
Yes, sir. So that's
Yeah,
two good games right there. That's what we've really been looking for because my boy Ethan Hollins is one of my clients. He used to play for Independence. And he was saying that would probably be their toughest game against Argyle. And it looks like, like I said, they both undefeated. So,
That's a very good game.
yes.
Got a shout out to Jalen enjoying the house. What's up, Jalen Shavers?
Yeah. What's up, baby?
Yeah, he online. Just give him a shout out real quick.
Yes,
What's
sir.
going on, man?
What are you talking about, man?
Oh, nothing. He ain't said nothing but said what's up. I guess he just chiming in.
Right. That's good.
Yeah. So all right. So let's move on to all right. So college football. I think that's up. You got anything you want to talk about with the as you put it, Alabama's?
The Alabama's, baby. The Alabama's roll toilet tide, baby. Roll toilet tide. Hey, man. It's funny because like I can't get the people who would normally come to the show and talk about their team to come today. I sent them invites and all that. Nobody wanted to talk. But 3-4 weeks ago, it was, we finna do this. We finna run the table. Talk to me when we win. I said, nah, man, come through and rep. This is the time to come through and rep. But it's all good. You know what I'm saying? It was nice to see them lose. They're gonna lose again. I think they're gonna lose 2 more games. So offensive coordinator Bill O'Brien, Bill, I think that's his name. He gonna be out of there, probably about 4 or 5 games at the end of the year when they see that offense ain't where it's at. So, yeah,
You think so?
baby, I'm feeling it. They take what's that boy named Bryce Young? That's their quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We'll pull him off of the Heisman list. He out of there, man. Get him out of there.
They got Mississippi and they got LSU.
Okay. All right.
You know what? Hey, those are 2 good. Excuse my French. 2 back-to-back games that's going to be a nail biter because I mean LSU coming off hot, Mississippi coming off hot. So yeah, I really think
on Michigan.
So I pulled up the 4 teams that I think is going to be fighting for it. Tennessee has Kentucky and Georgia still on their schedule. Georgia has Kentucky and Tennessee still on their schedule. Alabama has
Oh, you froze.
Yeah, we done lost them again.
That's all right. He said Alabama has somebody. I think Mississippi State, Ole Miss. There you go. He back. Yeah. We lost you for a second. Go ahead, Red. Alabama got who?
They got Mississippi and LSU.
When do they play Georgia?
See, but Georgia, they won't play Georgia until the SEC championship. They don't play Georgia this year. But see, Tennessee still has to play Georgia.
They won't be playing Georgia then, bro.
Yeah, they won't. Alabama won't play Georgia unless they make it to the SEC championship. But Tennessee plays Georgia November the 5th.
Okay, I'm cool with that. 3 losses ain't gonna get you into the SEC championship this year.
No, that's too much.
No. I mean, after after Tennessee, no. After I think. Wait a minute, Mississippi State too may give them a run for their money.
They got them later on in the year. I think it's gonna be a good game. But I think Alabama can beat that. I think Mississippi is gonna be the game. They like Dre was saying, they're gonna lose. I don't think they're gonna beat Mississippi. I think Mississippi is a really good team, bro.
Mississippi State?
No, Ole Miss.
Ole Miss. Okay, no, I agree with you. But
I think it's gonna be Alabama again.
The game coming up on Saturday with Alabama and Mississippi State, may be a little bit close, in my opinion. I mean, they got a return guy, man, on Mississippi State. He kind of reminded me of Turpin a little bit.
So when you say close, what you mean, like they don't cover? Or are you saying like close, like in what aspect? Like the game is not a blowout, or were you saying?
I don't think it's gonna be a blowout. I'll call it maybe like a 28, 17, something like that.
I don't know what the points for.
Y'all know where they playing?
Because you know Nick Saban after a loss, fam.
He what?
I said Nick Saban after a loss, when he loses in embarrassment.
Hey, I got a question for y'all, man.
Next week is kind of.
I got a question for you, Red.
Yes, sir.
Where is the game with Mississippi State and Alabama?
Hold on. I'm trying to pull up the odds. I'm trying to pull up the spread too.
Man, I got Mississippi State straight up. And if you want to give me points, I'll take them too.
They 21 point favorite.
Hey, it's Mississippi State at Alabama. They're gonna be in Alabama.
They in Alabama. They 21 point spread. So you said straight up? You said straight up? I said
I ain't getting up no free money.
We ain't got to go straight to Alabama.
I ain't walking out of there with no
Nah.
I'm telling you, the game is gonna be an Ole Miss, man. Ole Miss is a 19 ranked in the nation right now, and people keep sleeping on them because they ain't talking about them. Because the SEC is so deep. They got Tennessee, they got Georgia, they got Kentucky, they got all these teams. People ain't really speaking on Ole Miss. Ole Miss got a hell of an offense, man. They really do. And I'm telling you, I think that's who's gonna beat Alabama again. And I think Tennessee and Georgia gonna cancel each other out because they play each other. They play each other November the 5th. November the 5th, Tennessee and Georgia have to face off. Whoever win that game, the other loser is out. That's it.
Georgia got that game, bro.
That's gonna be a hell of a game. I can't pick right now. It's November the 5th. I gotta wait to see.
That's tough.
Yeah, that's too much time.
Yeah, I gotta wait to see. But that's gonna be a game, bro. That's gonna be like a championship game.
Hey, I know y'all. We down south, and we like talking about the SEC, but you gotta talk about my squad, man. Wolverines, bro.
Okay.
Wolverines,
okay.
bro.
So go ahead. So what about your Wolverines?
What about the future champion Wolverines?
Yes, our
What about
Wolverines.
look, man. We got a tough little hiccup coming against the Spartos of Michigan State. You know what I mean? But I think that we're gonna knock them out, avenge last year's loss. Did you shake your head? You think? Okay. So then the biggest game after that will be when we head to Ohio State.
That's gonna be the game.
Of course.
Yeah.
Hey, and what I like about this, you got little people snickering in the background and all that, and that's cool. All that's cool because they've been snickering for years. The Wolverines. This is what Urban Meyer said. I don't know if y'all know what Urban Meyer said.
Yes,
But he said that when we play Penn State, that we would be exposed and we would have a hard time against the run. They vaunted run defense. It was like top 10, the top 5, or something like that, right? Does anybody know what happened that game? The Snickers. Do you know what happened that game? I'll tell you what happened. We ran for almost 400 yards against them boys.
Penn State.
Yeah, the number 9 team in the nation, number 5 defense. What you talking about? Yeah. All right.
Y'all have the best running game in college football.
Yes,
That's not arguing.
Undefeated.
Hold on, we say right.
I say y'all have the best running game in college football. It's not arguing.
Okay.
Y'all
I
have
agree. Hey, you know what? And I agree with that. And I think as far as the schedule is concerned, I think y'all got a very easy schedule, except when y'all hit Ohio State. I think, like you said, that's it.
You're right.
Good teams make it look easy. When you watch a good team and you look at their schedule, you be like, the other people ain't good enough to deal with these guys, so they have an easy schedule.
No. When we say you got an easy schedule, we mean that you ain't playing that many ranked teams like Texas. See, Texas, we don't have an easy schedule. See, Texas, we have a hard schedule. See, we have ranked teams that we have to play. See, you don't have a ranked team until you play Ohio State. That's why we have an easy schedule.
Brother, I think you misunderstood what I'm saying. Like Texas, for instance, right? Texas has a hard schedule because they don't have an elite team.
No,
you see what I'm saying?
No, they ranked opponents, man. I'm saying our schedule is harder than your schedule. When the team that you're playing, you're supposed to be.
That's right. You are exactly correct, sir.
Yeah,
we are.
Until you play Ohio State, that's an even matchup with y'all. We play even matchups all the time. That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Man, Dre high off that barbecue smoke or something, man.
Yes, sir.
Dre on this one. I have to agree with Dre on this one. You know, at the end of the day, a W is a W.
Yep.
You know, so
Better than an L, but you want.
Yeah.
Mom, I got a question for you.
Just like
Starting Michigan.
JJ.
JJ McCarthy, youngster. JJ, don't come here with all JJ McCarthy, you didn't even don't come here trying to test her when you didn't even know about.
You know she barely know the Steelers.
So I got her though. When it comes to Michigan, I got her. That Pittsburgh Steelers stuff, I ain't got nothing to do with that. When it comes to Michigan Wolverines,
You know why he hating? Because he's not a Michigan baby. He's the only one of my 3 children that was not born in Michigan. That's why he
like Syracuse and
yeah. So anyway.
Actually Syracuse play Clemson this year. I think this week. What Syracuse ranked like 12, top 15?
14.
Just now.
Okay, so they got Clemson. I'm actually pulling for them. I want to get Clemson, from off of Michigan's back at the number 5 spot. So,
Clemson got the easiest schedule, man. After they play Syracuse, they really don't have no ranked opponents. They got to play. That's it. They really until they get to ACC championship, they pretty much skating pretty easy. So I think Clemson definitely is going to be there in the top 4 or 5, bro. They're not going anywhere.
When is the ACC ever a tough conference or a tough division in college football?
It has its time.
Consistently top to bottom.
It's never like top 3.
Top 3, right? What's that, Florida State over there?
Well, when they had North Carolina, you know what I'm saying, and then Notre Dame always plays over there. Syracuse just came along a little bit better this year by being ranked. So, they have a couple teams that Florida State ain't got back since they won that championship, but they're respectable. They're not the Big 12 or the SEC or the Big 10, but I think they better than the Pac-12.
Oh yeah, for sure. Pac-12 always been on the really USC to me. To be honest with you.
Yeah, I think they have more better teams than the Pac-12 has.
Yeah.
Did y'all catch the game with TCU?
I'm scared of them, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Everybody on Texas schedule, bro. That's the only team that I'm a little worried about, bro. We still gotta play TCU, bro. I think they serious, bro.
What about K-State? Texas has, doesn't have the talent to really be elite. So everybody's gonna be hard for them to play. Y'all got K-State left.
Hold on. We ain't got the what?
Wait, K-State and TCU. The game is coming up.
I don't want to call the voice ball.
So I honestly think TCU gonna have this by a margin.
Yeah,
I mean, but K-State ranked number 17. You're going against a number 8 ranked team. So Yeah, TCU gonna pull this one out, man.
Man,
Look, I don't like
TCU have offense and they have defense, man.
Work, man. He said he believed in him this year. So
Who was that? Jalen? Oh yeah,
TCU,
Church.
man.
Okay.
I mean that the game with Oklahoma State, man. Yeah, that was a nail biter. That was always, that was a close one. So, and then you got to think K-State got them right after TCU. they gonna be tired. K-State gonna be really tired.
The Big 12 gonna kind of beat up on each other. It's a lot of good teams in the Big 12, man. This year is why I think it's one of the best years of the Big 12. I think you have to put us right underneath the SEC far as a power conference of the sports right now. I think we're even better than the Big 10. I mean, no offense to the Big 10. I'm just saying it's more teams I think that's ranked in the Big 12 than it is in anything else other than the SEC. We everywhere, all over the rankings, man. From like you said with TCU 8, I think K-State is 17, Ohio State is like 13, Texas is 20. You know what I'm saying? Like you got a lot of teams that's right there. That's neck and neck. So I think the Big 12 gonna really be up on each other this year.
I was just looking at the time, and based upon what you just said, it's definitely time to move on from college football.
Yeah.
Cause that ain't gonna cut it, bro.
Hey, what? So what time is it? I think it's hot off the grill.
Hot off the grill, what you got for me, man? I ain't got no burgers, so what you got for me today, man? What's hot off the grill today?
Hot
man?
off the grill. Okay, so I guess we're gonna stay on this Sanders topic, man. What's going on with him now? Thinking about going to the top 5. So is he going? So does he now want to go to the top 5, or is he still sketchy on the fence? Because I mean, just last couple of weeks we've been talking about, hey, he got into the HBCU coaching just for the kids, right? And he also said on 60 Minutes that he would not go to an NFL team. He would not go to an NFL team. But he will he's going to entertain the top 5.
So, okay. Personal opinion on that is that if he says that he wants to help the kids in the HBCU, that's what he needs to do, right? Now, as far as the NFL, he's smart not to entertain none of that because NFL coaching is a whole nother animal than, obviously college and HBCU. I do think that he's going to go to a Power 5 team. It ain't just entertaining. If the money's right, if the situation's right, he'll go, right? And that just goes against everything he said in the beginning about trying to come to the HBCU and hold it.
My point exactly.
It kind of proves Eddie Robinson, right when Eddie Robinson says you ain't swag, and then he's right. You ain't swag, bro. I had an analogy from a kinfolk right here, and he kind of understood where I was coming from. It's like, I'm originally from Michigan, right? And let's say I come down to Texas and I start putting in work for a year, 2 years, and I'm running around talking about you boys ain't Texas, I'm Texas. You see what I'm saying? And then I leave and go to Florida. You know what I'm saying? Now all the cats in Texas gonna be like, nah, bro, you ain't Texas. You know what I'm saying? We Texas. You know what I'm saying? You ain't put in the work like the cats like Red Dupree who came from Oak Cliff and moved to Garland. You know what I'm saying? And he know the street. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm on Eddie Robinson's side with that. Go ahead, though. Y'all know what it is.
Hey, and I'm gonna respectfully disagree with you on that, bro. And the reason why is because when he was saying that he swag, he didn't put on for that conference more than old boy half. I understand that he been there longer and he did what he did, but
financially,
it got popular when Deion Sanders got there. More kids started signing to HBCUs, but when Deion Sanders got there. So when he said that he swag, he changed the level of where it once was that he didn't have to do because Deion Sanders, he's Hall of Famer. He don't have to be an HBCU. He can go be an assistant coach for an NFL team if he wanted to. But he wanted to put on for the black colleges and make them in the front center and say, hey, look, it's talent over here too. And I always got to be over here at these powerhouse schools. We got athletes over here too. And if y'all put some light over here and shine some over here, y'all will see that. So when he was saying that he was swag, he was letting y'all know, like, hey, I have came here and put on and made this thing more popular than any of y'all ever could. Y'all been here for years, and nobody was talking about the HBCU like they talking about it now. No 5-star players was coming to the HBCU like they coming right now. I changed the level of where it once was and made people popular to come to HBCU. Now some kids are picking those schools over the Michigans, over the Texases, over the Alabamas. And that didn't used to happen 3-4 years ago or 10 years ago. They wasn't doing that. You were taking the first Power 5 school that offered to you. Now they can't easily just come to sit down there because Deion Sanders have changed the level of what that conference is at. So I respect him for doing that, but to say that he gonna do that and stay there and then change his mind and say he gonna entertain something else, then yeah, he wrong for that one. But I agree with him on the opposite side with I am swag, because you are who you make it. So you come to Dallas and you from Michigan, but you come to Dallas and you feed dudes from Dallas and you put dudes on for Dallas, and goddamn it, you Dallas fan. Because you put on for this city. You put on and put niggas on and make them feel better than what they once was. You should be respected for that.
Okay, so I got mad respect for Sanders. He been doing this at the high school level. Y'all remember he had his own high school, right?
In the D.
On the high school students way before, right? So he has helped so many high school students get to the NFL. So he's been doing this. He didn't put in the grind. And how many other football players, ex-football players, retired football players doing what he's doing today?
No, actually, there's probably a lot. They just don't get as much shine as plenty.
Okay, so I have mad respect for him, though. He's been doing a lot for the community. He's been holding down for the blacks, the black community, helping men, groom them into, respectful young men. I can't say nothing bad about him.
Hey, and Drake, do you know the reason why he said he wouldn't become a coach in the NFL? Did you watch the interview where he said the reason why?
From 60 Minutes, yeah.
I see it. He said, "I got the patience."
The reason why he said he won't do it until they get a black owner.
Say it again.
He said he won't do it until they get a black owner. He said he's done with trying to become a black coach and popularize being a coach. He said we shouldn't be worried about trying to become a black coach. We need to be trying to worry about becoming owners of the team. That's what we need to try to get. He said it's millions of teams out here. We only got 32. It's a whole bunch of cities who don't have football teams. Let's put a black owner in one of them cities and popularize it. But they don't want to do that. And that's why he say we don't want to be a part of it.
One thing I give Deion Sanders, as you guys are passionately defending him, he's a great salesman. He's always been a great salesman. Hey, look, it's quite business. I mean, from the beginning of Florida State, being the first cornerback to come out with the headband and the flashy stuff and the high step and Mr. Prime Time, going to Atlanta, coming through Frisco, going through Dallas, going to Baltimore. His brand has always been great. His mind of creating a brand has always been great. He's now transitioned into another level of that brand, and it's respect. But do I believe everything that comes out of his mouth? No, I don't. I don't believe that everything he says is on that side. But
so you think he'll go to the NFL? If they offer the right amount of money, you think they can give him the first?
No, I know he won't go to the NFL. For the reason that I think personally, it wouldn't be a good move on his part unless it was something financially to put him in a position of power, like he said, being an owner, calling shots, blah blah blah. And I don't know how much money he got to get to that level, but it would be smarter for him to stay on the college level and then build up in a few years and say, okay, be successful, then move to the NFL level.
He said he'd get into it with somebody because too many egos and stuff.
Yeah,
he said he don't got the patience. That's what he said.
His ego.
He said he don't got the patience, so he wouldn't do the NFL. That's what I heard too.
So listen, I'm not gonna go harp on Deion. I don't want y'all to think I'm hating on Deion. Like I said, I was as a cornerback. When I was a cornerback, you know what I'm saying, and I was intercepting balls at Spring Creek Elementary. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was, you know what I'm saying, Deion a little bit too. You did? So, it is what it is.
Hey, everybody did the high step, man. Everybody did the behind the head, behind the head. Everybody
all that.
He turned the man up.
Yeah, so shout out to all the number 21s and 24s out there, man. I got another hot topic, y'all. I don't want to talk about it, but I got to. Last night we were walking out of Tight Ends Bar and Grill. We were pretty much, prematurely celebrating that the Mavericks had, opened the season with a victory. I get home and I get a call, get a text from one of the homies, and he telling me that, well, we lost. All right? All right, we lost, man. Yeah, still mad, but you already know.
Yeah, man.
But you know, it's not that serious. Yes, always fan club. Put it over there. Make sure they see that always fan club.
Hey, but you know what? But you know what I think. You know what I think the problem is because
the thing about basketball, it's a long season, 82 games. The first 20 to 25 games is when you kind of seeing where everybody's filling out and their teams are getting chemistry. It's still early, so that's we just messing around about that. But one thing that I do want to make sure everybody understands that is not going to change is the Lakers losing this year.
Oh yeah.
The Lakers will continue to lose this year. They will be in the lottery. They will not be in the play-in. Okay, it's not going to happen. So if you listening, yes, all that. I ain't going to use it. I don't even like that name.
For real.
But they ain't nothing.
Hey, you said they're gonna be in the lottery?
They're gonna be in the lottery, bro. Again. Do you see anything different, Red?
I don't. I think they will probably be like a 7, 8 seed. They probably play in the play-in.
The play-in gonna play them out. The play-in gonna play them out. They out of there, bro. They already, look.
They blame
They already crying.
They fearless leader is already talking about the way the team's constructed and we can't do this, we can't do that because the way the team's put together. You help put the team together.
They don't have no shooters, bro. That's basically what he's saying. The style that LeBron plays is that he plays a kick-in ball. He likes to drive and he likes to have shooters all out on the outside. When he was in Miami, when he was in Cleveland, he always have shooters on the outside. Nobody that they have is any kind of a threat of a shooter. Nobody shoots like 40% from the 3-point line on his team. Westbrook and them guys, Patrick Beverly, they're not shooters like that. And so when he goes to drive, they don't do nothing but clog the paint.
I love it. Keep it up.
They on Westbrook neck already.
In Cleveland, you only had like one shooter, which was like Kyrie Irving. Everybody else. I mean, I guess you could say Kyle Korver because he has a high.
Well, no, he had Ray Allen. He had
I'm talking about in Cleveland though.
Oh, he had Kyrie. He had Kyrie Irving. He had Kevin Love.
Besides that, he really carried it.
He had Amari Shumpert. All of them was shooters.
Kevin Love, shoot threes, play defense, 20 and 20 guy.
He always had at least like 2 shooters around him. He don't have no shooters on the Lakers team.
But I agree. He doesn't have shooters on the Lakers team. He got a ball hawk, but I think him and Anthony Davis, they good together. But the Russell Westbrook.
That ain't enough.
Hey man, I think that was a bad move putting him on the Lakers.
His legacy is finished forever now. He's gonna be a Hall of Fame player, but the respect that he's supposed to have as the Hall of Fame player, he will never have. And it's really bad, man, because Westbrook is one of the top 50 greatest players probably of all time. He's definitely a Hall of Famer, but what he have done with his last like 7 or 8 years of his career has really tarnished his legacy, man. He will never be respected the way it's gonna be like Dennis Rodman. You know he's a great player, but you just don't give him that total, you know what I'm saying? That total respect that he's supposed to have.
All right, so check this out, man. I'm gonna bounce to this other team. I was surprised to see this L that they took yesterday. As much as the deficit, the Brooklyn Nets, bro.
Oh yeah,
they was down by almost 30 points at one point, man. The Pelicans, I mean,
at home. That was at home too.
But come on, man. Like really?
Hey, the Pelicans my sleeper team this year.
Okay.
For real.
Fully healthy, I can see that.
Hey, remember you heard it here first. The Pelicans a sleeper team.
Sleeper as far as going how far though, Red?
Sleeper like is if they stay healthy, they could probably be competing maybe for a Western Conference Finals. They're deep, bro. They took the Suns last year to 7 games, and they didn't have Zion Williams, man. And the Suns had the best record in the Western Conference last year. They took them 7 games. They lost, but they took them 7 games without Zion Williams. Zion Williams is a 25-10 player, and he healthy. They say he's a little bit lighter this year, Pelicans, sleeper team. Clippers, sleeper team. You heard it here first.
I'm keeping my eyes on the Bucks.
In the Pelicans this year. If you play any kind of sports bets, take the Clippers and the Pelicans this year. You're gonna win some money. I'm telling you. Sleeper team.
I heard that Bucks, Mr. Tonio.
Yeah, I'm keeping my eyes on the Bucks, man. Then I'm also gonna keep my other two eyes in the back of my head on the Celtics.
I mean, they were in the finals last year.
Yeah.
You don't think not having a coach gonna take a little step back?
Nah.
No.
I think so.
I think coaching is very important in the NBA, man.
I get that, but if you got a good team, if you got a good chemistry with your team, a coach is they're gonna guide you, but technically it's on the players that have that chemistry and they already know their plays. It's just they got to execute.
All right, fellas, check it out.
Can I have a flashback moment?
Yeah,
For NBA?
the NBA.
NBA
It's gonna be
flashback
about the
moment?
Spurs.
What
No,
about
it's not.
What?
So I was watching Netflix Malice in the Palace back from 2004. Oh man, when I tell you, shook me to my core. Hey, listen, that's when basketball was very passionate, right?
Yeah.
That's when everybody was round up around the TV watching to see who was about to take that. Oh my goodness. I remember yes, I still have my t-shirt and
You were a Spurs
everything.
fan.
No, back then, no. When we was growing up, come on now. So, anyways, I remember that game like it was yesterday. I remember watching that game. So, if y'all haven't seen it, go watch the Netflix Malice in the Palace. And remember that y'all young, cats that probably don't even remember Ron Artest how.
I remember that fight. You talking about
Yeah,
that fight?
Hey, I remember Jermaine O'Neal, Oak Cliff.
Jermaine O'Neal,
Tigger.
10th grade. Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah.
If that happened in today's NBA, they'd be kicked out the league for the rest of their life. They will never be able to come
Forever, right?
forever.
And Ron Artest came back and won a ring with the Lakers, right?
Yeah, that would never happen in today's NBA. You will never be able to come back from the NBA.
The dude's name was like Ben something.
Ben Wallace.
Ben Wallace. Didn't he fight a fan also?
Yeah, he
What the fan do?
So I hear y'all talking about Ron Artest. I'm not gonna go too far into it. I just think he was suck anyway because he got pushed. He got pushed and almost got. He ran all way over to the thing. The scores table, laid on the scores table while everybody else was fighting. Then he want to go fight a fan. So whatever. He wasn't that tough.
I think he saw the matchup.
Yeah, it was Ben
What
Wallace.
y'all fail to realize,
Oh,
dude
man.
had a mental problem.
Yeah, that's his problem. I'm not making no excuse for Ron Artest. We not doing
Wallace
that.
fell asleep,
I
though.
was doing a throwback moment. That's all
I
was
remember
trying
that.
to
I
do.
remember
Yeah.
that. So
Okay. All right.
XFL plug, please, so we can get to this NFL game tonight with the Arizona Cardinals and the Saints.
All right, yeah, bet. So the XFL game is the league is back in. Of course, they just got bought out by The Rock and his ex-wife, right? So you got 3 Texas teams, man, in the house. Of course, you got Arlington, you got San Antonio, and you got Houston. So
Wait a minute, it's Arlington what, bro?
Arlington XFL team.
I mean, okay, that's cool though. I didn't know that.
Yes. So you got Wade Phillips coaching Houston. You got Bob Stoops coaching the Arlington team.
Okay.
Yep. And then I think you have, let me see. You got Las Vegas, Rod Woodson. He's the coach of Las Vegas. Orlando, that's Terrell Buckley. San Antonio, Hines Ward. Seattle, Jim Haslett. And St. Louis, Anthony Beck. And then Washington, D.C., Reggie Barlow. So
they got some good coaches in the damn SFL, man.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, how long do you think this go around is gonna last? Because I think the last time it didn't last as long. So,
but I don't remember the interest being like how it is right now. Because I don't remember them having heavy hitters coaches like that. Because Wade Phillips is a real coach, man. Wade Phillips really coached in the NFL. He coached the Cowboys for a couple years.
Yeah, Wade
You got real, and Bob Stoops. I mean, he coached Oklahoma, won championships with Oklahoma. So you got real certified coaches, big names, real names So I think that they'll bring interest to the league because now players that still want to play in the NFL, they might go over there if they, what I'm saying, that it's not working for them out in the NFL.
Yeah, so if you're gonna get your tickets, go ahead and get your tickets. Tickets are $50. So they're going right now. So
That's what's up.
after the NFL games are over with, XFL kicks right in. So all my hardcore NFL, football fans, what I'm saying, they got something to go to.
That's cool. It starts in February, I think, too, huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right after that Super Bowl game's over with.
I wonder
think they're gonna overlap a little bit.
That's smart.
I said, I wonder where the Arlington team is gonna play it.
Where the old Ranger Stadium.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right, fellas.
He's some games.
Let's get on. Let's move it on to NFL, man. Y'all, we got the game tonight. I'm looking up there. We got the Saints up on the Arizona Cardinals 7-3. Okay, who y'all got tonight? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give you the leader, so it don't matter. I think Arizona gonna win myself.
Yeah, you know what? I have to agree with you on that, Dre, because just looking at the power looking at the power rankings, Saints. Let me see where they at. Saints actually they were ranked number 16. They dropped 19. But the Cardinals are way down there, man. They Cardinals even dropped further. They were at 19, then they dropped to 26. So I put my money on the Saints, man.
Hey,
I'm gonna get the Saints.
Got the Saints.
I got the Saints.
Okay. Red.
I'm gonna go with the Cardinals, man. And the reason why I'm gonna say because DeAndre Hopkins is back tonight, man. I got him on my fantasy team. I set him there for a minute. He gonna act the fool, man. He been gone for six games. He's back tonight. I think he boosts they offense and give him definitely a better player at wide receiver. I think when he at his best, he's top 5 in the league.
I see y'all kicker put some points on the board.
Oh, hey man, our kicker specialist, wants to, send a shout out to the kicker for the Arizona Cardinals for putting some points on the board when nobody else could.
That's what they do.
Oh man.
That's what they do.
Who y'all got power rankings, man?
All right, so Buffalo's still number 1. Of course, you know that. Number 2, Seahawks. I'm not Seahawks, but Eagles. Number 2 is the Eagles, which they're holding tight. They never moved. And then of course Kansas City, and then believe it or not, the Vikings have moved up 4 points. They ranking right after the Kansas City.
Vikings.
Yeah. The Vikings are what? Only lost 1 game.
Yeah, they 5-1. Yeah. So you might don't sleep on them. I guess you can say, huh?
No,
They probably gonna win the North this year because Green Bay don't seem like they're the team that they once was. So
I like what I'm seeing from Green Bay though. I like it. I love it. Love it.
And guess who else stepped up their game? The Bengals. They came up from number 9 to number 5. Bengals have stepped up. Dre, I think
you respectful for them to put them higher than us, man.
I think Dre called that last week.
I did.
That was surprising.
I did. The Jets, you know what I'm saying? The Jets,
Drake,
but the Jets got a tough game this week. I think it's hard to follow up something like that because they go in super high on emotion, trying to prove something. And one thing about good teams is that you try to stay even keeled as you get through a season. I think them being young and kind of new to this spot, they might catch a letdown this weekend.
They ain't ready.
No, not. I mean, they ready, but not quite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to go through that fire first. What I got?
Dallas Cowboys came in. They're sitting at number 6 and followed by New York.
I think we should be ahead of Cincinnati. I just think that because we beat them already with a backup quarterback. I mean, I'm glad that they're winning because it gives a lot of testimony to what we did to them based on the team that they are. So the more they win, then it makes our win look even better. But they keep kind of disrespecting us and putting them ahead of us when we beat them with a backup quarterback, man.
So Red, I want to run off my 5 real quick. I still got the Bills up top. I think the Bills are definitely on a mission, super mission this year.
Yeah.
Philly, the Philadelphia Eagles. It's kind of hard to judge the game between them and the Cowboys because again, it's the backup quarterback, right? But I do think that Philly's legit. You can't knock a 6-0 team. You know what I'm saying? The Chiefs, I still think the Chiefs are, top 5 easily because their loss was against the top team. And then I got the Giants, man. I got the Giants right there. And right behind the Giants, hold on, brother. Right behind the Giants, I got the Cowboys, bro. Now, the reason why I had the Cowboys behind the Giants, I know I've been sitting on Dak. I ain't gonna say effing with Dak. I mess with Dak. You know what I'm saying? But I still got to go off of what I've seen him do so far this year, right? In his first game. I don't know what he gonna look like against, this this Detroit Lions team that's coming up this weekend. You know what I'm saying? Say, man, I don't know what he gonna look like.
You know what he gonna look like.
You talking bias, man.
Man, come on, man. We ain't gonna get into that, man. Say, man, I don't know if he can last in the shootout with the great Jared Goff, man. Come on, man. What we gonna do? What y'all gonna do? Come on, man. I'm gonna be at the game. I'm giving y'all direct live action.
Hey, man.
I know what's happening.
You about to become a Cowboys fan.
Hey,
that's what's going on.
Hey, look. Hey, he better put his phone on Do Not Disturb because I'm gonna blow it up.
hey, Cole. He gonna convert to a Cowboy by the end of the game, man. He gonna change his whole. He gonna say, what, man? I'm Dallas. This is it. I'm done.
So Red, check it out. I'm gonna make this officially known to everybody, right? When it comes to me and the Dallas Cowboys, I told every fan that knows me, I've been down here since 85, 86. My pop, when I first got down here, he was all about Tom Landry and the hat and all that stuff, right? And that wasn't me. I didn't get that. You see what I'm saying? The 90s, I had my debates with the Cowboys, whatever. As I've gotten older and I put in work in Dallas, Texas, North Side, that nutty north. Before it was the naughty, it was the nutty. So we didn't talk. You know what I'm saying? I know a whole bunch of people in D-Town, right? Yeah, so I ain't one of them cats that's like prime time that come through and he be like, oh, I'm here, I'm better than you Texas cats, and then I'm gone. Nah, bro. I'm in Dallas, right? I got my foot done touched the soil out here, but I'm still not a Cowboys fan. I respect the Cowboys. I respect the fan base. Okay. So with that being said, I still think that the Cowboys are going to get their first playoff victory this year. All right. I've said that. I got a little cat in here laughing. He laughing because the Steelers ain't doing nothing.
It's still early, Dre. Come on now.
No, Steelers not.
Steelers over with, man. They done.
Your best offense.
They beat Tampa though. I did not see that coming. I did not see that.
All right.
Come on, carry on.
So let me
Don't get off subject.
All right. So there's a little piece in my heart about the Cowboys, man. I ain't gonna lie. I got a little special piece in my heart about the Cowboys. I ain't gonna lie.
Hey, basically, man, he finna be a fan. That's basically what he's trying to say. He halfway there. He halfway there.
He gonna convert to a Cowboy.
Hey, I'm gonna put a star on his bumper. Bring him a bumper.
Hey, they all right, man. They all right, man.
We're gonna welcome you with open arms, my brother. Come on.
They got my favorite color, man. You know what I'm saying? It's a little darker version of the Detroit Lions color. They got the silver and blue. You know what I mean?
You ain't gotta change the colors,
man. So good luck next week against the Bears. But this week, it's going down.
Hey,
but my top 5, I don't have the Giants in my top 5, man. Like I said, we beat the Giants in all the games that the Giants have played. I commend them for it. They are 5-1, but they haven't dominated anybody. A lot of these games they've been real close. And same thing with the Eagles. I think the Eagles are a really good team. I think they, like I said, they really hit you in your mouth when the first half, but in the second half they tend to damper off, man. And in the playoffs, they can come back to hunt them. You gotta be a four-quarter team, and they don't seem to be a four-quarter team when they play. They go in for the knockout in the first half, and then they kind of take off their foot off the gas, and that's what ended up happening against us. They took their foot off the gas and had us down 20-3. Yeah, and ended up coming back and making it 17-20. It was a game, and when you go down like that, you gotta go ahead and knock them out. You can't play
hold on, Red. I know how you get when you start talking about the Cowboys. I got some people that jumped up in the chat room and we got to send some shout outs real quick. We got to talk to the people, right? Let me see what we got over here.
So we got Lando. We got Lando Sanders. What up? Shout out to Lando. We got Big Vella. Big Vella's in the house.
Yes, sir. Yes,
What up,
sir.
Big fella?
Yes, sir. That's my boy. Hey, Big Vella is from, he's a Chicago. He's a Chicago guy. He's a Chicago Bears guy. Big Sanders, Lando Sanders. He say what's good. He's from Chicago also.
That's what's up.
All
So
right.
them boys are Bears fans. Welcome to the podcast. I appreciate y'all, chiming in and kicking it with us a little bit.
Nikita Shepard, what's up?
Yes, Nikita, that's an Alabama. That's an Alabama girl. She's straight out the sticks. You know what I mean? That's what Alabama is. You know what I'm saying? When I talk to her on the phone, I know she like just came back from like grabbing a hog or something. That's my girl. You know what I'm saying?
She's stopping hogs.
She's
stopping hogs.
Nikita, be able to hog Nikita.
Nikita, good people. I appreciate y'all chiming in though, bro. Mike Samuels, fellow Detroit Lions fan right there. Victor Moore, go blue. I see you, baby. Yeah. Go ahead, keep on talking about them Giants. Them Giants coming for y'all next game, though, bro, for real.
But look, I don't have them in my top 5 either. Of course, I'm gonna go. I still got Buffalo. I still got Eagles in my top 5. But I'm gonna throw the sleeper in for this week. I'm looking at the Vikings, right? And I still got the Jets and Kansas City.
You got the Jets in your top 5?
Yeah.
Ooh, dang.
For this week, still got the Jets for the top 5.
I wanted to, but I can't do it yet with the Jets. I just can't. If they win this weekend, I would put them closer to my top 5, but just not yet.
This weekend gonna be a tough weekend.
Yeah,
definitely. For real. This weekend is gonna be like the make or break for real.
Right.
Yeah, I guess I'm a little high on Dallas, man, because I got my top 5. I got the Eagles at number 1. I mean, they're undefeated, so. I mean, even though I think Buffalo would probably beat them if they was to play, but I gotta give respect that. They're undefeated. They have not lost. Until the team beat them, I think they're number 1. I got Buffalo number 2, Kansas City number 3, Dallas number 4, and Cincinnati number 5.
Really? Are you talking about for the remainder of the season or just what you've seen so far?
Right now. Because like I said, something has to be given to Dallas by going 4-1 with a backup quarterback. I mean, come on now. I mean, this is a backup quarterback. This team went 4-1. That's a talented team. If you tell me that if Kansas City loses Patrick Mahomes, do they go 4-1 out of 5 games?
I don't even know who the backup is over there.
Josh Allen. If they lose, if they take Josh Allen out their team, do they go 4-1 in 5 games?
Right. I don't think so, bro.
You got to get command to Dallas going 4-1 in 5 games with a backup quarterback. That's a talented team.
Hey, let me ask you this: do you think Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers? Do you think Aaron Rodgers has lost his gusto?
Yes.
You think he just lost it all? Because I mean, they got the Jets coming up, and honestly, I'm gonna put my money on the Jets.
Wait, who got the Jets coming up, bro?
Green Bay.
No, I'm
tripping. Broncos. Excuse me. Broncos.
Okay. You talking about Russell Wilson and the Broncos?
Yeah.
Man, it's tough, man. Russell looked real bad out there.
He ain't getting no love over there or nothing, man. I think he threw with it, man.
Yeah, he looked real bad out there, man. That was my dark horse to kind of. I felt like, him being with that team, them being a running team and having a couple, good defense, it would be perfect for him, bro. But
I thought it was gonna be a good thing too. But I mean, man, after the first 2 games, man, I'm like, dude, Russell, what's up, man? That's what I'm saying. I didn't mean to say Green Bay, but I was really thinking Bronco and Russell. And I'm like, well, he has that puppy face look, man, on one of these interviews. I was just like, dude, you look really sad right about now.
He like he made a mistake. He's like a woman when they do something out that's kind of petty, and then they kind of feel like they wish they didn't do it. We all have done that before. When you do something out of emotional decision and the
knee-jerk reaction.
Yeah, and after you do it, you be like, damn, I kind of wish I wouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? Him and Pete Carroll was beefing in Seattle, and instead of them making it a positive and going the right way about it, he been a little petty. And the grass ain't always green on the other side, man. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes the grass looks greener, but it's not greener on the other side. And he looks like a person who made a mistake.
Okay. I can dig that. Listen, we running short on time. I do want to get more into Wilson probably next week. And what I want to talk about is like how everybody's saying how he's not available to the team. I don't think you necessarily have to be available to the team to he won championships without being available. So, his personal life is his personal life. I also want to send a couple shout outs, man, to a couple players that I feel like have, haven't really gotten their due this year. Sauce Gardner, I think is greater than Diggs. Okay. I think he's a better cover corner than Diggs. I want to send a shout out to Geno Smith. Geno Smith over there in Seattle, we kind of buried him a while ago. He's doing good.
He's doing good. Yeah.
And I want to send a shout out to the Ohio State quarterback Justin Fields for doing exactly what I thought you would do. Nothing. You dig? So all these people sitting here trying to make these excuses for Justin Fields, I told you he's an Ohio State flunk guy and he ain't gonna do nothing. Yeah. So shout out to Justin Fields, man, and all his fans, man. You know what I'm saying?
Can I get the shout out?
Sure.
I want to give a shout out to Claypool for helping us get a W.
He did.
Okay, because he showed us why the Steelers are still the greatest in my eyes. Okay, so even though we 2-4, we got a chance to win again this Sunday.
Hey, Val, let me ask you a quick question, Val. They're saying Claypool is in the trade rumors. If Green Bay comes to y'all and give y'all 2 first-round picks for Claypool, do you do it?
Yes.
That's gonna hurt my feelings.
Wait, two first round picks?
That's
For
gonna hurt my,
Claypool?
2 first-round picks, you got to get rid of them quick.
that's gonna hurt my
You
feelings.
get a kicker, you can get you a kicker and a
Wait,
punter.
Hey, she get her 2-for-1 kicker.
Man.
Come on, let's
We got to pray on it.
She get a boat. Hey, she get a BOGO.
What'd you say, Tonio?
She'll get a BOGO. A 2-for.
For real, man.
Okay, Red. Okay.
All right, fellas. So listen. Again, this weekend I will be at the Detroit-Dallas game. Okay, I know it's not a real key game like for overall on the NFL, but I do think for Dallas, it's a key game for Dak. Okay, because our defense has given up 170 points in our first 5 games, which is our worst since we've been a franchise, and that's something about the Detroit Lions I like. We always breaking worst records every year. But so if he does bad against us, I think there's gonna be a little smoke, right? I see you up there.
Hey, Dre, I seen the stat, bro, the other day, and it was mind-boggling to me. I couldn't believe it. It said that Jared Goff has not run a road game since he's been in Detroit, bro.
That's only a few games. Like, that's a long time, man.
Has he not won a road game since he's been in Detroit, bro?
He walking the 8 mile.
And see, that's the whole thing about it. The thing about that is that's not really good because he's gonna be super focused to come down and play America's team. We being America's heartbeat, coming down to America's team to come to this big stadium and shine. He gonna do his thing. It's gonna be like a Super Bowl for him. And he been in a Super Bowl, so he know how that feel, and he gonna handle his business when he get out. Jared Montana's coming, courtesy of Jalen Rose right there. Jared Montana's coming, baby.
Hey, Dre, let me tell you this, Dre, let me make sure you take your charger with you.
Hey, bro, he gonna text you a picture in the Cowboy shirt by the end of the game. He gonna put the converter.
I don't want to hear no excuse about, hey, bro, I couldn't text you back because my phone died.
It is what it is, man. But that go both ways because I'm gonna put all of y'all in the group text. I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm just gonna smile, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Hey, but listen, y'all, we got about 30 seconds left. I want to send a special love out to Thawed Magazine for
What's up, Thawed?
Appreciate you, Jeremy Jack, and everybody in the Thawed Magazine. Y'all check us out. Y'all subscribe to Thawed Magazine. Y'all subscribe to Master Blend's Barbershop, so y'all get in some of this barbershop talk with us. All right. Yeah. So if you know me from Facebook, where I be typing, but we've been typing tough for years, man. Let's get off of that, man. Let's get on these podcasts and start talking to each other and talk some real sports and have a great time doing it. So Tonio, I appreciate you. Right?
Yes,
Red, I appreciate you. Hold it down. You know, and we'll be at the same bat channel. Yes, sir. We'll be at the same bat channel, bat time next week, 7 o'clock Thursday, right?
Yes, sir.
For sure.
All right, man. We signing off, man. Everybody have a good evening, man. I'm trying to get to these goddamn food, man. Let's go.
All right.
Howdy.
Howdy.